Hey good people, and welcome back to the channel. In just a few moments, you'll get to hear my thoughts and feelings on episode 5 of Our Kind of People. Now over the past month, I've had my issues with the show, but I'm still watching to see if the writing and acting will get any better. So has this episode finally changed my mind on the series? Stay tuned to find out. The episode picks up with Tyreek and Angie in the bed together. While Angie isn't quite butterball naked, she's definitely glowing, and we as the audience can tell that Tyreek just gave her that good old-fashioned pickle tickle. It's morning time, and Angie realizes that she would be shamed if her family found out that she was having guys take her on a trip to Pound Town. So she kicks Tyreek out of her house and makes him take the walk of shame. And while Tyreek and Angie go their separate ways, Operation Clear the Cobwebs was a success. We then get a scene of the DuPonts as a family, and they're discussing the Cotillion Week. Leah presents a horse to Lauren as a gift before she's officially presented to society. Lauren seems very excited to have the horse. Leah excuses herself from the family to meet up with Teddy. Teddy is down in the dumps over his Parkinson's disease. Now between you and me, $100 says that he really doesn't have Parkinson's. During the scene, they talk about Tyreek's loyalty to them, and Leah feels that he has jumped ship. We then go to a photo shoot with Nikki taking pictures through the face of Eve's crown. Nikki is talking to her family about her college application to Spelman and the things she would need to do to get accepted. Nikki feels defeated, but Angie devises a plan to help get Nikki into Leah's Cotillion. The idea is that if Nikki is at the Cotillion, she could use the experience to impress college reps. We then get a scene of Angie and Leah. Angie is working Leah on getting Nikki into the Cotillion, and she pulls the mother-daughter card to appeal to Leah. Leah in turn agrees to let Nikki be part of the Cotillion for a very small price of $25,000, which is essentially the equivalent of 1 year's tuition to an out-of-state school. Angie agrees to pay the amount of money, but something tells me that she doesn't have that kind of cash on hand. We then get a scene of Leah teaching all the girls that'll be part of the Cotillion proper etiquette regarding silverware and cups. There's a scene with all of the fathers of the girls escorting them on the dance floor, but of course, Nikki sits alone because her father's locked up. Angie sees this and takes it upon herself to play daddy and dance with Nikki on the dance floor. During this time, Leah shuts all that down with a quickness. Leah then asks a random man to dance with Nikki at the father-daughter dance. We then get a scene of Nikki and Taylor. Taylor apologizes to Nikki for ghosting her because of Lauren. Taylor is still pretty affectionate towards Nikki during this scene, and Lauren sees the two of them together, so she joins them. During this time, Lauren is super nice to Nikki, which makes Nikki think she's in the Twilight Zone. When Nikki leaves, Lauren asks Taylor about escorting one another to the Cotillion. Taylor seems excited about this, and the two of them bond with one another. We get a scene of Angie and Tyreek together, and Angie asks him if he could escort Nikki to the father-daughter dance. Tyreek asks Angie about Nikki's father, and Angie gives her version of events as to why Nikki's father was not involved. I'm not sure whether Tyreek was overwhelmed with guilt, or Angie had Tyreek's nose so wide open because she gave him the yams, but Tyreek confesses to Angie that Teddy had him spy on her. And the news pisses Angie off so much so that she asks Tyreek to leave. We get a scene of Nikki trying on dresses for Angie, and the two of them seem to be bonding with one another. Later on in the episode, Nikki asks Angie if Tyreek can escort her to the dance. Angie tries to tell Nikki that they broke up, but Nikki preaches to Angie about forgiveness, and Angie eventually has a change of heart. Raymond and his mother share a scene together. Raymond tells his mother about his plan to get his company back, and the mother seems hesitant when she gets all the details to the plan. Leah and Raymond share a bedroom scene together. Raymond asks Leah about Teddy's business, and Leah changes the subject quicker than Popeyes could run out of chicken. While Leah steps away, Raymond snoops and checks her laptop, and he finds the answers to his questions. We get a scene of Teddy with a doctor, and the doctor tells Teddy about some experimental drugs that can help with his Parkinson's disease. We get a scene of Nikki and Taylor at the DuPont's party. Nikki and Taylor go on a party bus alone, and Taylor plants a wet, juicy kiss on Nikki. Lauren, who is the master at snooping around, walks in when this happens. She walks out before they can notice her, and she looks pissed. Mean Lauren will be making an appearance very soon. Angie invites Tyreek over. Tyreek thinks that she might try to kill him, and she lets him know that the thought has crossed her mind. Tyreek apologizes for breaking her trust and vows to never do it again. And apparently, this is all that Angie needed to hear to tell Tyreek some very confidential information about Teddy. Tyreek tells Angie that the answers that she seeks may be at Teddy's house. Angie has an impromptu meeting with Teddy, and he offers to pay for Nikki's cotillion fees, but she shuts that down. Instead, she asks to get to know Teddy better, and Teddy invites Angie and Nikki to dinner after the claiming ceremony. We go to the claiming ceremony, and all the girls are giving statements that define their destiny. When it's Nikki's turn to get in front of the crowd, she seems nervous, but she's able to get through the process. Before Nikki is finished with her time, Lauren uses this moment to say some kind and not so kind words about Nikki to everyone, including the representative of Spelman College. It's later revealed that Lauren did this to get back at Nikki for kissing Taylor. For some reason, Lauren isn't mad at Taylor for initiating all of this, but Taylor seemingly breaks up with Lauren after witnessing this. Angie and Patricia share a scene together and they talk about Lauren. Nikki joins them and lets them know that she wants to attend the dinner with Teddy. Angie and Nikki arrive at the dinner, and Nikki uses this time to address everyone in the room about her actions earlier in the day. Lauren uses this time to blatantly show disrespect to Nikki, and it causes Leah to kick Nikki out of the cotillion and excuse her from the dinner table. Teddy is experiencing some severe tremors and excuses himself from the dinner table. Teddy goes to his bathroom to take the experimental drugs, and Angie sneaks into Teddy's room to find his journal. Tyreek sneaks in the room as well and helps Angie retrieve some of Teddy's journals. Teddy recognizes that Angie and Tyreek are in the room, but he blacks out before he can react. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give this episode a 6. The writing and acting have drastically improved from the previous episodes, but I still need to see more improvements to convince me that the show will be in my future lineups. But please let me know what you thought about this episode or my review in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to reply to each and every comment. Until next time, stay tuned and stay safe. Peace.